Good evening, Tasneem.
Good evening, Arunji.
Am I audible?
Absolutely, nice and clear.
Okay, so the first person you are calling, you are giving the name of for the video is Pooja Bakshi.
Okay.
Then you and Calendly आपने link ready कर लिया? मैं आपको chat में डाल दूं Calendly का link.
Updated link डाल दीजिए.
Check कर लो एक बार काम कर रहा है कि नहीं.
जी. बिल्कुल काम कर रहा है.
कर रहा है? Thank you.
Yes.
अब इसको आप कॉपी करके रख लीजिए.
जी, कर रही हूँ.
और गूगल फॉर्म रेडी है ना?
जी.
सबके आने के बाद जो हमने डिस्कस किया सिर्फ उतना ही बोलिएगा. गूगल फॉर्म डालिएगा. 5 मिनट टाइम दीजिएगा उनको. वी विल स्टार्ट बाय 9:05 और 9:05 को स्टार्ट करेंगे.
जी.
गूगल फॉर्म डाल के लेट अस कंटिन्यू विद इट. ओके
जी.
देखिए थोड़ा तो आज मैंने चेंज किया है. लेट अस सी व्हाट हैपेंस.
Also have a brief slice on how to understand your niche. Well, I am Tasneem Bhopalwala, your host for this evening. The main presenter for today's evening is Mr. Arun Subramaniam. Mr. Arun Subramaniam ji is a person with about 45 years of experience of the corporate world. And he is also an accomplished international master trainer who has showed and trained 7.
Kindly unmute yourself, Tasneem.
Did I say all of this while I was muted?
No.
Okay,
just
now. Okay, just a bit. Okay, so sorry about that, my friends. So yes, as I was mentioning to you about Arunji, he is a person who has more than 45 years of corporate world experience. He has gone ahead and he has definitely been an accomplished international master trainer. He has trained and helped 7,000 people to create a successful training module for themselves to be the master trainer that they want to be, and also go ahead and look into an additional income stream for them. Not only that, but he has also been a master in cognitive science. Now, without much ado, I would be more than happy to go ahead and give the platform to him to go ahead and take us through the learnings of today's presentation. However, before that, quickly, I'll just go ahead and paste a Google form link for you in the chat box. I would really appreciate you all going ahead and filling that for us so that we can serve you better. Just give me one quick minute while I go ahead and paste the link for you in the chat box. There, you have the link. Please do the honors. Go ahead and fill up that form for us so that we can serve you better. Now, while I'll just give you 2 or 3 minutes while you do that. And while you are doing that, I would appreciate you all giving your complete attention to the next, for this, on this webinar or on this presentation for the next 1.5 hours, because this 1.5 hours is definitely going to change your life. Some information, it could just be one part of the information of the presentation that can help you absolutely go ahead and give you a different perspective of your life and how you want to take your journey further to be a master trainer, or even it might even help you on your personal growth level. So go ahead and take your time and please fill in the form. full form of WAC. Yes, whatever the form is, if you can just go ahead and fill that in. I think I have not been able to post it for everybody. I'll do that once again. 1 minute. I am so sorry. It just went to one of the participants. Yes, now it is there for all of you. So please fill in that form. It's just some small information of yours. It will just take a minute or so. Fill in that form so that we can serve you better. And would really appreciate you giving your 100% to today's webinar. If you have any other engagements, or if you can go ahead and keep your mobiles on silent, would really appreciate. What is the full form of WAC? The full form of WAC is, okay, I just forgot. Arunji, what is the full form of WAC solutions?
Don't worry, I will let the gentleman know. I will let everyone know. Let us continue with it now.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, then I think we all have filled up the form by now. So Arunji, I welcome you on on the platform and go ahead and take us through today's learnings. Thank you so much, Arunji. Stage is all yours.
Thank you, Ms. Tasneem, and thank you everyone for coming on to this webinar today at 9 o'clock, this Wednesday evening. Yes, Mr. Piyush, it is, VAC stands for Virtual Ascendancy Consultancy. The whole world is going virtual. And in this world of virtual ascendancy, there is lots of challenges which the world is facing. To address those, this company has been formed so that we can take you through the, transition period. I hope that satisfies you. Thank you. Now, good evening, friends. We have assembled here today to not just understand, just a minute, let me mute everyone. Yes. We have assembled here today to understand the 6 steps that a person has to take to become an international master trainer. And these 6 steps have to be preceded by understanding your niche. One gentleman here had given in the chat box, what is a niche? That's precisely what we are going to see. You have been very, very upright in asking what is a niche, because you apparently don't know. Many people try to show as if they know what is a niche, but in reality, there are very few people who really understand what is a niche. Today, we are going to see what is a niche, how to identify your niche, and how to scale it so that you can reach the top of your desired profession. So what are the 6 steps to becoming an international master trainer? Well, before I answer that question, let us first ask ourselves, why is it at all necessary to become an international master trainer? Why? What is so special about becoming an international master trainer that you have to spend time, effort, energy, and money? The answer is very simple. When you become an international master trainer, you earn plenty of money. Plenty of money. You monetize your talent, your knowledge, your experience in a very big way. You earn in dollars, pound, euros, and yen. What is more, everybody desires to be popular, to be appreciated, respected, and admired. An international master trainer gives you an opportunity to be admired by everyone all around you. So the dual purpose, the 2 things which give us joy, that is money as well as appreciation and admiration, are available when you become an international master trainer. Now, why an international master trainer and not just an Indian master trainer? That is the second question that you need to ask yourself. What is so special about being an international master trainer? What's wrong in being limited to our country alone? Let us see that. When a trainer starts his career in India, as per Glassdoor, which have conducted a survey with 2,788 people, trainers, it found as of February 24, 2022, the earning is 18,650 per month. You'll agree with me, my dear friend. Even for a beginner, it is very less. 18,650 is what a trainer who begins his training in India earns. The same trainer, if he were to do the training in France, in Paris, he would have earned 1,700 euros. That is 1.5 lakhs per month. Imagine. Approximately 7 to 8 times what our Indian counterpart is earning, our French counterpart is earning. And the same person, if you were to give a training in Tokyo, it would have been 1,90,000. 18,650 is what you start with in India. If you do the same person giving a training in France earns 1,700 euros in 1.5 lakhs, and in Tokyo he earns 1.9 lakhs. And if he moves to Europe and goes to England, he earns 2.5 lakhs per month. And the same trainer, when he gives a training in New York, his earning is 3.30 lakhs per month. These are figures, authentic figures, based upon surveys conducted in February by Glassdoor, the leading company which tells you what the remunerations are. You might well ask me this question. Why are you showing me what a trainer earns in Paris, Tokyo, London, or New York when I'm sitting here in India in some remote corner of it? Maybe you have joined this webinar from Jaipur, you could have joined from Hyderabad, from Faridabad, from Gurugram, from wherever, or from Nagpur or Akola. This question is very logical in your mind. Why am I showing you what a trainer, when he launches himself, earns in France, Tokyo, or any other place? That is because, my dear friends, digitalization has ensured that be it London, Paris, New York, or Tokyo, or for that matter, Frankfurt, Amsterdam, or Toronto, is just a mouse click away. You are no more separated from them by any geography. All geographical boundaries have dissolved. Sitting in Akola is as good as being in Ankara. You need not think you are in Akola. You can reach any part of the world to the click of a mouse. The way 34 of us are meeting today evening, all by the click of a mouse. In the same way, millions of people you can get into touch with just with the click of a mouse. So, is it all that easy? No, my dear friends, it's not all that easy. The competition in the international arena is extraordinarily strong. It's very, very high. Because like you, everyone is competing for those dollars and pounds. Everyone in this world is interested in earning money, and everyone is trying to take advantage of the digitalization of the world going online to reach out to every corner of the world and start earning. So you need to be prepared. You need to develop the necessary skill sets. That brings us to the next very important question. Why me? Why should you learn it from me? Why am I qualified to be that person who can help you develop all these traits and skill sets and become an international master trainer? Let me introduce yourself with your permission. My name is Arun Subramanian. I have got 45 years of corporate experience, over 45 years of corporate experience. I have been in senior management of various companies for 34 years of these 46 years. Companies like TDPL, which is now Sun Pharma, Adonis, Canfa Labs, which is now Medrec. In all these places, I was in the senior management position as general manager or vice president. And I have been a CEO for 26 years in various companies like Microlabs, a division of Microlabs, SLM, JSL, Urgo, Orca, many French as well as American companies. And I'm currently the chief mentor of VAC Solution. I have training experience both offline and online for over 30 years. I have trained over 7,000 professionals from all industries. Over 5,000 people have been benefited from my training programs on cognitive science and implicit learning. And 48 people have benefited from my Diploma the Master Trainer first batch. With these credentials, I think I can take you on the global journey to excellence. Are you ready for the journey? And when I say, are you ready? Who is it I'm addressing? Who is it who can benefit from this program, Diploma the Master Trainer, or becoming an international master trainer, by understanding the 6 steps, by understanding their niche, and then scaling themselves onto the international platform? Who can benefit? The first and foremost who can benefit are the self-employed people. Be you a doctor, an auditor, an engineer, a consultant, a process consultant, a manufacturing consultant, a business consultant, a consultant for MSMEs and startups, whatever type of individual consultant you may be, you can benefit from this program, because till yesterday, your consultancy practice was limited and bound by the geography that you are in. But today, with the digitalization, with the world going online, you can scale up and give your expertise and service to any part of the world and earn from that. All that you need to do is learn a few things. The second are the teachers and the trainers. Before the COVID pandemic, teaching and training was purely explicit in nature. It was all one-on-one in classroom. The teacher used to stand at the head of the class and serve his offerings. And at some indeterminate time, he used to ask the student to recall and reproduce what he or she has taught. And that is how the student's intelligence or ability or so-called capability was assessed. But no more. With the world going online today, the teacher is, a trainer is more a facilitator. He has to facilitate the learning of their students. He has to show the general direction and keep nudging them in the right direction so that they can go and take the knowledge and equip themselves accordingly. This is a major paradigm shift in the world of education. But this shift was already predicted and propounded by Garrison, Anderson, and Archer in 2001, but it is being adopted only now. Today, friends, you all are aware that 70% of the world has already gone hybrid. The balance 30 will also go so soon. Pew Research of US says by 2025, everything will be online. The third and the most important segment are the experienced and knowledgeable elders. Just imagine, friends, exactly at the time when you have gained all the knowledge and experience at the age of 55 to 60, you are asked to go home and take rest. You are told that you are retired. Isn't it sad? Till that time, you keep running, trying to build a family, teaching your children, educating your children, getting them married off, paying off home loans and car loans, education loans. You spend everything that you have got. And then at 58, you are told to sit down and be dependent on others. But with Diploma the Master Trainer, that is over. We will see how. First, let us see what's in it for the self-employed people, the consultants, the working professionals. The self-employed, as per IFRI, the views from Japan and Europe is that they can go global. They are not bound or restricted to the local market anymore. They are no more restricted by the local market because the world has gone digital. All that they need to do to become successful in their career as an independent consultant today and really earn big is to understand cognitive science. When they understand cognitive science, they understand remotely people. Earlier, whenever we used to talk of taking a decision or collaborating with people, we always used to say, okay, let me meet him. But now that is not necessary. Going on to the online platform, digital platform, you can always understand people through the science of cognition. And then through implicit influencing method, change people's behaviors and opinion. On one side, you have got cognitive science, which helps you understand who you are interacting with. On the other side, you have got implicit influencing methods by which you can change people's behavior and opinions. And helping you in all this is your presentation mastery. By developing the presentation mastery, you can grab the attention of your audience, totally grab it, and keep them engaged throughout that training. And in the process, give a very effective delivery and deliver your message in a powerful manner. And all this, my dear friends, you can do from the comfort of your home, basking in the affection of your family members, playing with your children and grandchildren. You can do all these things at your own convenience at the time that you have got. This is what is called work-life balance. You earn and you live. You don't do only one, you do both, which is what the objective of life all about. That brings us to the teachers. This is going to be a scene which is rarely going to be seen in the future. People are not going to be congregating in one place. So it is necessary for teachers and trainers to learn how to operate through the online platform. Teachers and trainers are the backbone of the society. They are the architects of the future. If they are going to be tied down by lack of understanding of how to drive implicit learning, it is going to be a sad state for this country. And the sooner the teachers and trainers start off on that journey, the better it is for the country. That brings us to the elders. There is a very surprising statistics which say 77% of Indians don't save for their retirement. Most depend on the children for support. Not that the children are going to let them down. But fortunately, unfortunately, the children have their own challenges. Particularly the COVID pandemic and the ongoing war in Europe has thrown up severe economic challenges. Severe challenges for the corporate, severe challenges for government, severe downsizing. Under all these circumstances, as it is, situation was bad earlier. Now it has become worse. And there is only one question in the mind of elders. How do I keep myself occupied? How do I keep myself engaged? How do I earn more? How can I contribute to my family? But today, unfortunately, the elders depend upon the morning walks to meet each other and spend their time. You can see this park is full of elders who have come together to spend a few time. Today, elders live from morning walk to morning walk. Very unfortunate, but it need not be so, my dear friends. Like me, if they were to decide to go online and share their knowledge with the world, they will also start earning substantially. The second innings could possibly be even more productive than their first innings, because in the first innings, it was all learning, 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 and learning. You are gathering knowledge, you are gathering experience. Your second innings could be distributing knowledge, distributing experience, and collecting prosperity and abundance in exchange. You will be busy. You will not be at the mercy of someone else to spend time with you. You will be so busy that you will not have time for people. And you don't have to be at the mercy of others to give attention to you. People will admire you. People will respect you. People will be your followers. Imagine how beautiful it will be if at this age, you have to earn more than what you did in your heydays. You have to be more busy than when you were, but doing something that you love and get the admiration of young and old, be recognized in the society, and doing all this through sharing your knowledge. That is what is there in it for the elders, for those who are waiting to retire, or those who have retired, those who are sitting at home wondering what to do. You know, when you don't know what to do, getting up in the morning becomes a pain because there is nothing to do. How much will you read the newspaper? How long will you sit in the park and gossip with your friends? And it's very painful to wait for the next morning. All this can be avoided. All that you need to do is understand your niche. When you understand your niche, you will know what it is to be done. That brings us, my dear friend, to today's main topic of understanding your niche. This word niche is a very, very abused concept, with people saying anything and everything. But as an international master trainer, something much more better and much more specific is expected from you when you talk on a topic. You cannot talk like others. Your role is not just to define it, but help your participants understand and retain that knowledge forever. Today, my dear friends, I hope I'll be able to help you understand what a niche is and how you should go about understanding what your niche is. The word niche is a French word and derives from the French verb nicher, meaning to make a nest. It is derived from the Latin word nidus, a nest. The term niche was coined by naturalist Roswell Hill Johnson, but it was first used by Joseph Grinnell in a research program in 1917. It is as old as 1917. What did he mean? It was meant to highlight a particular role of an individual species or an organism in its community and its environment, including its position in the food cycle and its behavior. When we talk of a niche, we try to explain what the role of this organism is in its community, where is it most convenient and comfortable, what is it good at doing, at which level and position of the food cycle is it present. This is how the word niche came about. So obviously, whenever we talk about an individual's niche, we have to understand that your niche cannot be something in which you are not totally comfortable. You have to be totally comfortable in your niche because that is where you prefer to be. I was talking a couple of days back with a gentleman, and he was telling that he did not like to tour. He wanted to get back. Where? Home. Why? Home is where the heart is. Home is where the niche is. You are most comfortable only there. You are your real self there. So when we talk about an individual's niche, he has to be most comfortable in it. That is what he should love to do. That should be his passion, and that should give him happiness, because that is his nest. Now let us see, as civilization progressed, living space became bigger and more complex. Beautiful. Beauty and convenience combined to create a niche. You can see here a niche in a kitchen where things that are required immediately, you can see the utensils, the condiments, the mixies, everything are kept in a hole in a wall. By engraving a hole in a wall, you keep things there. That is called a niche. You can see here in the washroom, the shampoos, the soaps, and the other things, the gargles are all kept in a niche. And here in the bedroom, you can see the books, the lights, the perfumes are all kept in a niche. And here in the drawing room, the beauty of the drawing room has been enhanced by keeping it in a niche. What does this tell us about niche? Where our personal and professional life is concerned, on one side, niche is where we are most comfortable and our best is there. Second, here, a niche serves a different purpose. So a niche is that place that you are ideally suited in terms of your comfort and natural habitat, and you will serve your best by your presence. As in the kitchen, in the washroom, in the bedroom, or in the drawing room, The niche serves its best by its presence, by accommodating things which are necessary for immediate access. In other words, a niche is a specialized or focused area of a broader market. In other words, the specialized or focused area in the broader market of a kitchen is the niche where the condiments, the mixies, the grinders, and other things are kept. In the same way, in the bedroom, the light switch is there in the niche, the lamp is there in the niche, the candle is there in the niche, the books are there, the perfumes are there. So that it is very easy to switch off. You read a book, keep it there, switch it off, and go to sleep. The niche is serving a specialized or a focused area of a broader market in the same way as it does in the washroom where the shampoos are kept, or in the drawing room where the flower vase is kept to heighten the beauty of that area. A niche is a specialized or focused area of a broader market that you serve specifically from the relative comfort of that area that you occupy. What you serve specifically, a focused area in the broader market, is what your niche is. So you can understand niche only by defining two things. Number one, going in to understand yourself. What is it which makes you comfortable? What is it you're passionate about? Not what you have been doing throughout your life. You might have been an economist throughout your life. You might have been a logistics man. You might have been a mechanical or a chemical engineer. But is this what you wanted to do? Is this what you want to do? Is this what gives you a happiness? Is this what is your passion? The second thing is, how is it aligned with the opportunities and the ecosystem that you are in? Because you have to, with this strength, serve a focus area of a broader market, isn't it? What you love, what you are comfortable in, has to serve a focused area of a broader market. If both these are not aligned, it is not a niche. We will be befooling ourselves. You might have been an electrical engineer throughout your life. You might have grown in your career, but when you look back, you will realize you never really enjoyed the growth. It was a rat race. You are fighting against yourself to maintain a family and a position in society. And that is what you are doing. That was not your niche. So go in, understand yourself. Go out, understand the market. Match what is there within you, which is your passion, which you love, where you are comfortable. See for the opportunities outside which you can serve with this. You have found your niche. So how do you understand your niche? Number one, first thing is define your target segment. Who is it that you are going to be addressing? Number two, identify the unmet or underserved need which exists there. Number three, research your customer base. Number four, create your business plan, because niche is all about monetizing and using your capabilities. Please understand that. It's purely an exchange transaction, an exchange of energy. You serve a particular segment with your capabilities and get compensated in return. Niche is a business proposal. And finally, market your business to your specific audience. This is what you do by understanding the opportunities. But before that, you have to understand yourself. And what is it you need to do in understanding yourself? What are you good at? I'm not talking what you have been doing all along. You may have been doing something else, but you might be good at something else. For instance, what I have been doing in my 45 years of corporate experience is managing people, managing profits, managing markets, managing products. But what I am good at is cognitive science. I have been doing all these things only through that. I never did realize that till the last moment. When the COVID pandemic shut me down, and when I had to share my knowledge with the world, I found if I go in the normal way, I will not be able to do it. That is when I went inside and realized what I really love and enjoy is understanding situation, defining people, defining context, and all that is a function of the cognitive science, cognitive understanding. Even this explanation of a niche is coming to you through a cognitive science method only. What are you good at? How do you know that? What makes you think that your answer is right? Put a counterfactual. What if I'm really not good at it? What if I'm befooling myself? What do you love doing? All of us love doing something. We would prefer to do that whenever we get an opportunity. We set it aside and go and do something else when we have to do it. But what is it we are really love doing? What makes you happy? Because ultimately, my dear friend, life is all about being happy. We want money so that we can be happy. We want a good family so that we can be happy. We want to get married and settle down in life so that we can be happy. Happiness and peace is at the foundation of everything. What is it that makes you happy? What is your attitude towards life? What has created this attitude? What are you now? How have you become what you have become? At whatever stage of life you are, what are you? How satisfied and comfortable are you? Remember one thing, life is a one-time game. At the last moment, you should not tell yourself, oh, I wish I had done this. No, do it. Where is your ecosystem? When we talk about ecosystem, what do everyone do? Any friend request coming on Facebook, we accept. Any friend request coming on LinkedIn, we accept. Any WhatsApp group, we go and join. There is absolutely no defined plan to what sort of a people we want to associate ourselves with. And in the process, we don't understand where we are. People don't understand who we are. Is this the type of ecosystem we want? What is that ecosystem? Where is that ecosystem that will give you the highest satisfaction? And finally, what is the purpose that you are doing all these things? The purpose is very, very, very important. You want to earn money. Why? You want to be engaged. Why? You want to share your knowledge. Why? You want to become a socially recognized person. Why? All these questions, when you ask yourself, you will know what it is that you are, which will make you comfortable and happy. And believe me, my dear friends, there is something in the ecosystem which requires this from you. When you identify that, as we will see how to do that, you will realize that you will be the king wherever you are, at whichever age you are, at whichever stage of life you are. You have got the time to scale yourself up. So that brings us to the most essential thing, the 3 dimensions of niche. How do we explain it in a template? What are the 3 dimensions? The first dimension is your experience and knowledge. What is the experience and knowledge that you have got with you? That is very easy to understand. There can be no second thoughts about it. The second thing is, do you have a well-defined ecosystem which is with a strong narrative? If your niche is good, you will be able to project this the well-defined ecosystem with a strong narrative, and you will have great credibility in it. So a niche is a combination of 3 things. Number 1, experience. Number 2, the ecosystem, the people surrounding you, with whom you are friends, with whom you are constantly interacting, your credibility. Because of the experience and the ecosystem, knowing that you are very experienced, your acceptance will be very high in that ecosystem. And because of the credibility which the ecosystem sees in you, they will be willing to be led by you. And the combination of this experience and credibility will help you monetize everything, and you will be able to serve a very definite function in the market. If you have answered all these three questions, do you have a well-defined ecosystem, or is your ecosystem spattered, diffracted, and totally scattered? If that is so, then you will not find acceptance, you will have poor credibility, and you will struggle to monetize it. Now let us see, there are three different categories of people in this world. The first is the common man, people like you and me. The second is the subject matter expert. And the third are the super successful, like Richard Branson, Steve Jobs, or Oprah Winfrey. How does this niche concept sit on them? Let us see. Now let us take the common man. There is no person on this earth who does not have lots of experience and knowledge. I'm sure you will all agree with me. So what is the challenge in terms of niche that a common man faces? The challenge with the common man faces is he has got lots of experience and knowledge, but his ecosystem is very ill-defined. If you are a person who is a common man, then definitely your ecosystem will also be very ill-defined. You will not have any specific circle. You don't know who to make friends with, who you should have in your ecosystem, who you should be connecting with social media, who are the people around you who will make any contribution to you. And third is this ecosystem and poor ecosystem and not being able to convey that experience to them leads to your having very, very poor credibility, and that is because of a lack of concerted effort. You never took the effort to create a good ecosystem, and in the process, what happens? You have the experience and the knowledge, but you don't have credibility. People don't know you. And even those who know you, they know you maybe as a good man, as a person who has achieved some status in life, but what it is you have achieved through, they don't know. You are not the go-to person in society. You are respected because you are successful, you have got money, but that's all. And the outcome, you are invisible. You are not at the top of the mind recall. And unless you are at the top of the mind recall, you will not be able to monetize it. There is no future. If you are one of these persons, a common man like this, with lot of knowledge and experience, an ill-defined ecosystem, then definitely if you sit down and think, you will realize that you lack credibility. And this is creating question mark about what should you do in the future so that you can be permanently, comfortably engaged and earn substantially. This is the problem for the common man, because he is not having a clear niche. What should he do here? How should he go about creating an ecosystem around himself? How should he create a credibility and a subject matter expert image for himself and monetize the knowledge and the experience that he has got? That is what Diplome the Master Trainer are all about. Diplome the Master Trainer will help you in creating an ecosystem, creating a credibility within that ecosystem, and monetizing it through the science of cognition and implicit influencing techniques on the online platform. Now let us see about the subject matter expert. A subject matter expert has got tremendous experience and knowledge. And he also enjoys high credibility as a subject matter expert. True. He enjoys high credibility as a subject matter expert. And he has got a lot of experience. Most of the independent consultants with a fairly decent practice, teachers, trainers, come under this category. Teachers, trainers, professors, independent consultants like doctors, engineers, lawyers, advocates, chartered accountants, finance consultants, process consultants, manufacturing consultants, MSME, they all come under this category. They're all subject matter experts. But they don't have a strong ecosystem. They are rotating within their own group. You ask a doctor, he will be a member of 20 other doctor association. But what has he done to gather patients? You ask an advocate, he will be a president of an advocate association. You ask a chartered accountant, they will be connected with the Institute of Chartered Accountancy and they will be attending that. But what is the use? You are again and again associating yourself with your own competitors. That is not your ecosystem. They have got a very ill-defined ecosystem. Consultants, again, they depend upon referrals and they depend upon a closed geography. They don't step out of that geography to create an ecosystem. And all these things creates a massive problem. What is the problem? It frustrates them. They know they have got the knowledge. They know they have got the capability. They are appreciated by their peers, but appreciation from peers does not help you monetize. You will find most of these people spending their entire life cursing the opportunities around them and being a victim of politics. Most of them are frustrated. What more? They stagnate because they don't have an ecosystem. There is no exchange of ideas. There is no fresh air coming in. As Vivekananda said, open the doors and windows so that fresh air can come in. If you are constantly going to revolve around your own type, no fresh air, no contrarian message, information or ideas will come in and you will stagnate. And what is the outcome? No sharing of knowledge takes place. The experience, you don't know where to project it. Whenever you say something, the other person from your same category, one doctor talking about how to treat pneumonia to another pulmonologist, will only face clashes and nothing else. One chartered accountant's interpretation of the law will be fodder for another person to shoot that person down and put his own idea forward. And all this leads to frustration, stagnation, and no growth. This is the challenge which the subject matter experts are facing. This is what Diploma the Master Trainer will help you handle. They will teach you how to leverage your subject matter expertise, create an ecosystem and drive it, monetize it for satisfaction. Because again, what you're suffering from is the lack of a niche. Now, friends, I'm going to show you a case study, a very, very interesting case study from the international arena, which explains niche in a beautiful manner. This is Venezuela of 1970s. A nation of only 29 million people, the country as a whole was beset by poverty, crime, and political unrest. Over 29% of the population, were below the poverty line, and it was surrounded by countries which are dealing in drugs like Colombia, and there was huge crime. It was in this fertile condition that a person popped up. The person was Abreu, a Venezuelan economist. Wikipedia says Jose Antonio Abreu and Salemi was a Venezuelan orchestra conductor, pianist, economist, educator, activist, and politician. He was all this and more, as you will see. He was one of the people who was responsible for Venezuela coming out of the deep trouble that it found itself in. You will say that he was an economist, so obviously he can pull a country or show the country a way out of an economic mess. But then that is not what happened. The route he took was extraordinarily difficult and different. As Wikipedia says, he was also a musician. He was a very passionate pianist, and he achieved this impossible feat, but neither by economics or music or anything else. He created value in a child. The social activist in him was what was predominant. He wanted to see a society which was good, and he realized that changing the current situation would be difficult if he were not to address the future of the nation. So he decided to change the future of the children who were born. Two reasons. Number one, the future of the children was the future of Venezuela, and the children in the poor slums were the supply chain for the criminal gangs. He thought, if I could stop that from happening, I would cut off the supply chain to the criminal gangs, and those gang leaders themselves have children, and they will be forced to change themselves. And that is when he came out with a program called El Sistema. El Sistema recruited children as young as 2 years old to learn music. If you think back, I'm sure you have children in your house also, small babies. They are all enamored of music. They learn by music. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? By singing, they learn. They learn Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and everything by music. Music attracts children. He used this strength of music to start teaching them music and convincing them that there is a future for them. The first batch of El Sistema in 1975 was started in a garage with just 11 children. My dear friends, you will be very happy to know that today El Sistema program has got over 700,000 students across Venezuela learning music. This has ensured that crime has come down drastically. The country has started believing in itself that there is a future. And one of the topmost musicians of the world, who serves as a conductor for the Los Angeles Orchestra, is from Venezuela. And in 2009, the Latin Grammy Trustee Award was given to Abreu by Grammy. Many countries, including the US, has copied this El Sistema to bring down drug addiction and various sorts of criminal activities going on. Here was a man, and that is when Wikipedia added the point of his being a social activist. Before that, he was only known as an economist. And people would not be amiss in thinking that he used his economic skill or his musical skill to correct it. No, he used his social activist skills. His niche was in creating a society where children will play to their strength. That is their music. That, my dear friends, is what happens when you identify your niche. When Abreu identified his niche, he changed the country's future. And from just an ordinary economist, musician, politician, teacher, he became a Grammy Award winner and world famous, and appeared on Wikipedia as one of the people who saved Venezuela from total disaster. Maybe countries like Sri Lanka and Pakistan, who are also going in the same way, require something like this today. Maybe they require an Abreu who could understand his niche and leverage it and address the specific problem of the country. So how do you validate the niche? Number one, minimal competition. Abreu had minimal competition in this because no one in Venezuela was trying to address the economic condition through trying to develop the future of the children of that country and through them prevent the elders from taking a wrong route. Just imagine if your child were to show promise, would the father engage himself in further criminal activities? So the niche of Abreu was right because it had minimal competition. Number two, it was professionally and personally extremely satisfying. He was doing something which he loved, which he wanted to do, which he did not have to do. He wanted to do it. The same way as I want to teach cognitive science, I want to spread cognitive science, I don't have to do it. That is where my energy and enthusiasm comes. When I talk about cognitive science or how we can look at the world differently through cognitive science, it gives me tremendous satisfaction. I don't care whether people believe it or not, because it has worked for me. It gives me personal and professional satisfaction and success. Third thing, it is very, very profitable. Because you don't have any competition. You are not working in a red ocean. You are working in a blue ocean. No one else is there to compete with you in your niche. You are alone. You are the uncrowned king of that area. It solves a practical need which exists. Today, when the world is looking to be upskilled and reskilled, it requires people to master the digital platform to train and teach. And what better than to train and teach by understanding cognitive science and implicit influencing techniques. This course, Diploma the Master Trainer, addresses a practical need which exists in the market. And finally, it will create a strong market demand as it goes forward. Remember, when Harvard University was started, the first batch had 9 students. Yes, 9 students. Today, Harvard rejects over 2 million applications per year. They are so selective in taking people. In the same way, when health system was started by Abreu, it had just 11 youngsters attending, and it was started in a garage. Today, there are 700,000 students practicing in a country of 29 million. Just imagine the ratio. And his system of health sistema, which means the system. El sistema in Spanish means the system which can correct a defunct system, was what he had propounded. That is being, practiced by other countries, including the United States. When you have minimal competition, when what you are doing is professionally and personally satisfying, when it has a high profit potential, when it solves a practical need of the market, and when it can generate a strong market demand going forward, step on step, you have found your niche. Having found the niche, it is now time to step out and understand the 6 steps to an international master trainer. Just a minute, gentlemen, I would like to take some water. The 6 steps to the international master trainer begins with curating content and insight. Now that you have identified your niche, you go into yourself and see how all the knowledge and the experience you have got is aligned to your niche. Take out information regarding your niche from your experience and knowledge. From there, you create insights and strategize how to deliver that insight. Abroad knew that children loved music. Abroad realized that if children were enamored with something, they would not look here and there. The streets of Venezuela were full of crime, and the crime was carried out by children at the orders of the elders. When the children were productively employed in learning music, the elders also didn't want to disturb them. The children did not enter into it, and the chain got cut. And automatically, over a period of time, over 3 decades, everything changed. It took time, but Rome was not built in a day. And Abrao had the patience and the gumption to stick with it. After some time, the government started supporting him. Then the world started supporting him. And rest is history. So how do you strategize the insights and create deliveries? How do you incorporate implicit influencing techniques into what content you have created? And how do you structure your program? These are the first 4 steps of your program. It is at this stage that you learn how to create a professional slide deck. And with the completion of the learning the professional slide deck, you now know how to create a program. Now it is a time to market that program. And you market it. These are the 6 steps that you will learn in Diploma the Master Trainer. Before this, you will learn how to identify your niche, how to create these 6 steps. What else will you learn? As I said, you will learn how to create the niche, then how to master science and cognition, and then how to create content. You will learn. You will learn how to create a digital program. You will learn how to master oratory, how you can speak in an impressive manner on the digital platform so that people will listen to you. You will learn how to create digital assets through which to drive your subject matter expertise. You know, we saw experience and knowledge on one side. On the other side was credibility. On the other side was your ecosystem. Credibility will come by creating digital assets, websites, blog sites, how you practice yourself in marketing yourself and your product on the digital platform. And finally, how do you create a community and ecosystem through which you can drive it? All the aspects which are necessary for creating a niche and then communicating with the world and taking it to the world, you will learn in this course. So how do you choose your niche? Identifying your niche, you will learn. How to validate your niche, we have seen what are the points, the 5 points of validating the niche. And then taking your niche global. How do you take it global? Through creating a SME status, subject matter expert status, that is your credibility, and creating an ecosystem to drive through. You will learn in cognitive science, adult learning principles, the neuroscience of learning. Unless you understand these things, you will not be able to drive your teaching. Bloom's and cognitive taxonomy, you will learn. You will learn the questioning techniques of anthropophora and various other techniques. You will learn the community of inquiry as proponed by Anderson, Garrison, and Archer. And then you will learn the nudge theory proponed by Richard Thaler, who got the Nobel Prize for it in 2011. You will learn how to select and validate the content which is there. How do you slice and compact, primary recency effect, structuring. You will learn baiting and looping. You will learn transitioning. You will learn how to prime the mind of the audience, the way a farmer plows the field and makes it good enough for the seed to be sowed. You will learn priming. You will learn the opening, body, and the closing of a program so that it will be very effective. That brings us to instructional design, training need analysis. How do you identify the need of the audience? What is the narrative grammar? How do you drive the narration? How do you write a proposal so that you can penetrate corporates? What is script writing? How do you write a script for your program? What is a facilitator guide which will help you to know what to speak for each of the slides? Video creation and editing, because video creation is a very important aspect of subject matter expert establishment. And then podcasting, again, another method by which you can establish an SME status. And finally, I am absolutely sure, like one of the participants in the discussion with me was asking, that I don't know how to create a PowerPoint presentation, effective PowerPoint presentation. I am sure 99% of the people who are present here don't know how to create a good PowerPoint. But don't worry about it, my dear friends. In this course, we will teach you extensively how to create a PowerPoint presentation, how to create a world-class presentation deck. And we will handhold you till you learn and become a master in it. Then comes digital oratory. Digital oratory is the equivalent of public speaking on the digital platform, the language of professional presentation. You will learn how to get the context right in your presentation. You will learn and develop the ability to tell a story in your presentation. You will learn the art of personalizing your presentation and the techniques of delivering virtual presentation, because on the international platform, when you compete with people, you have to be a digitally master in oratory. Unless you are a master in oration on the digital platform, it will be very difficult to compete with the likes of the greatest in the industry, like Blair Singer, Tony Robbins, or Brian Tracy. You will be competing with those people and you will be coming out as a victor. That is the level of mastery you should have. You will learn how to create digital assets, how to create your website, how to create your blog site, building website, building your blog, creating creatives and marketing collaterals. How do you write content for all the media? How do you build value for your program? And then you will come to digital marketing, how to do Facebook marketing, LinkedIn marketing, how to drive traffic to your website and blog site, how to build a landing page where people will visit to understand about the programs that you give, how to create an SME status through YouTube and podcasting, video editing and podcasting. And finally, you will be building a community to create an ecosystem on the social platform. As we were seeing, unless you have a very well-defined ecosystem, it will be very difficult for you to take forward your program. Building a community is all about online community building. You should know who should be there in your community, who are not contributing to it. Personalized social network, personalized to the niche that you occupy. How do you nurture the community? Just forming a community is not enough. You need to nurture it. What is the narrative? How will you manage the narrative? And how do you strategize a growth timeline? Just building a community is not enough. You have to grow through it. You have to monetize your expertise. If in the first month your earning is 80,000 rupees, the next month the earning should be 1,30,000, then 1,50,000, like this. How do you strategize your growth timeline? How do you develop connections in the corporate so that you are valued by the corporates as a mentor, a coach, or a trainer? In addition to this, you will get a lifetime membership to DMT alumni, Diploma the Master Trainer alumni. You will get a lifetime membership. That lifetime membership will give you, this will come free. It is not costing. You will have access to all the video recordings of the training program. You can visit the training program video recording anytime you want, from wherever you are and whenever you want, and revise yourself. This is also free to you. And then at the end of the 5 months, you will get 1 full year of mentorship from me and the faculty. We will be offering you a platform. We will help you with designing your programs, and we will help you build your ecosystem. We will help you establish your SME status, and then we will help you create and sustain your niche at the global level. will help you go global. Country is going local to become an economic power. You will go global to become an international master trainer. And that way you will serve your country, and that too for free. It will not cost you anything. You will be doing all this in a group as a group learning. Group learning is what adults love. It is all fun and play, and you will enjoy it. You will get a template for each of these so that you put the questions in the template columns, the answers will automatically come out. And you will be handheld through the entire process. You don't have to worry about it. You will be networking with like-minded people. You will be surrounded by like-minded people, and all this comes to you for free. You will get a certificate for having completed the course successfully, like this doctor, K.V. Subbaraju, who is a doctorate from Andhra Pradesh, has got. Diploma the Master Trainer is a long course, my dear friend. It's not a short course. It's a very powerful course. The duration is for 240 hours, not 1 or 2 hours like other Train the Trainer programs. Don't mistake it for other Train the Trainer programs. It is a full course in itself. It starts on 20th of May 2022 and goes on till 2nd of October 2022, 240 hours. 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. is the class. It's a live class where I and the faculty members will be taking the classes on various subjects. All classes of cognitive science and implicit influencing I will be taking. In addition, subject matter experts, leaders in that particular professions will be taking classes on digital marketing, on adult learning, and the instructional design. Digital marketing will be taken by one Mr. Jyotinath Balaji, who is the chairman, founder of Adinfix, who are the marketers for World Bank, digital marketers for World Bank and Flipkart. Madam Sujata Balaji will be taking the language narrative grammar. She's a professor in English from Hyderabad. Mrs. Lakshmi Bai will be taking on adult learning principles. She's an educationist and a consultant for educational organizations. And one Mr. Suresh Ramaratnam will be taking instructional design classes. He's a vice president in International Coach Federation and a highly accomplished international trainer. And he was the head of training in Himalaya Drug Company. And one Miss Umama Tawassum will be taking your classes on PowerPoint, video, and audio podcasting. She is a human facilitator coach and a communications coach. She was in software industry, and having realized her niche, she shifted to this, and she's a thundering success in it. She's an expert in PowerPoint presentation and all the techniques. This is the type of program that you are being offered. 240 hours from 20th May to 2nd of October. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. Optional days, Wednesday, 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. You can join and practice as a group under the watchful eye of a coordinator. In addition to this, you will have 100 hours of monitor, over 100 hours of monitor practice as a group. The balance 3 days, that means nearly every day you can practice what you are learning, and we will be there to help you through our coordinators and ourselves. This is not a course where we will just come on the platform, tell you something and go away. No, we will take you by our hand and take you where you want to go. That is an assurance that we are giving you. And to those select participants who are very serious, we offer a free gold membership. What does the gold membership give? Lifelong free admission to all Diploma the Master Trainer courses in the future. All Diploma the Master Trainer courses you can attend for free and keep upgrading yourself. We will promote all your programs through VAC Solution without cost. VAC Solution and I personally have a community of 78,000 people around me. And each one of the member of Diploma the Master Trainer have got thousands of people as their catchment area and in their ecosystem. All of us together will help you drive your programs and take you global. We will offer our facility and platform to gold members at a discounted price so that you will not have to spend a huge amount to establish yourself. This is the benefit of the gold membership. Now the time has come to decide. But think before you decide. Think very carefully before you decide. I would prefer that you work through the decision pyramid before you decide whether to join Diploma the Master Trainer course or not. And this decision pyramid consists of the first level. Why should you be doing this course? Why should you do this course? Are you doing this course for financial freedom, to earn more? Maybe by earning more, by doing this course, you could support your family better. You could create a better inheritance for your children. You could become financially free. You can continue earning even after your retirement, or if you are a consultant, teacher, or trainer, you can create an alternate revenue stream by doing this course. Are you doing it for that? If you are very well established in life, you have got a lot of money, money is not an issue. Are you doing this course so that you can keep yourself engaged and have a better social status? Or are you doing this course to share your knowledge with the world? You have been very successful in life. Would you like to share your knowledge with the world? Diploma the Master Trainer could be a good avenue for it. So why should you be doing this course? Ask yourself. The second level of the pyramid, the decision pyramid, is what is required to do this course. Number one, you require clarity and understanding of the opportunity which exists in the world. With the world going digital, with the world going online, lots of changes have happened. You require clarity about it. The whole world is learning and training on the online platform. You require an understanding about it. You require an understanding and clarity of the opportunity. And then you need to know what are the skill sets which are required to leverage your expertise. You have got some expertise with you. You have got some knowledge and experience. What skill set is required so that you can leverage it and achieve what you want to do, as shown in the first stage of the pyramid. That is, what skill set is required for you to achieve financial freedom? What skill set is required to achieve social status, keep yourself engaged, or share the knowledge with the world? At the second stage, what is required? Clarity and understanding of opportunity, understanding of the skill set to leverage your expertise. And in the third stage, how will we do it? How can you get this? How can you acquire the skill set which is required? Then, getting the skill set alone is not necessary. If you don't practice, it will be lost. So how can you involve yourself in the guided practice so that it can become an automaticity? Through automaticity, it can become your second nature. You require to acquire the skill set, do guided practice, and finally, you require someone to hold your hand and launch you onto the global platform. My dear friend, if you can find the answer to the first top of the pyramid, why should you be doing this? Diploma the Master Trainer is there to give you the clarity and understanding of the opportunity which exists. We will tell you what are the skill sets and give you the skill sets to leverage that expertise. Through us, you can acquire all the skill set. As you have seen, we will be present with you for 4 days every week to give you guided practice of the learnings of the 3 days of teaching from 7:30 to 10:30. And finally, through the 1 year of handholding, we will launch you onto the global market. This is what Diploma the Master Trainer all about. Now, friends, I'm sure as I have been speaking, there have been a lot of questions coming up in your mind. I will be opening the platform for questions, but before that, let me tell you, I am going to be posting a Calendly link in the chat box. Ms. Tasneem will post a Calendly link in the chat box. Please take an appointment with me through that link for 30 minutes of free consultation. 30 minutes of free consultation, where you can ask me any question you want about this program and I will answer you. Get all your doubts clarified, and then we will see how we can make this journey enjoyable and highly profitable for you. For those of you who are approaching retirement, this is an opportunity for you to continue earning even after retirement. For those of you who are teachers and trainers, this will help you sharpen your skills and increase your earning as teachers and trainers. And those of you who are independent consultants, you can break the shackles of your boundary, take your consulting practice internationally and serve the international audience and earn in lakhs. I will ask Ms. Tasneem to post the Calendly link. Please click on the link and take the appointment with me. The appointment is free. I will give you a 30-minute free consultation. You can ask me anything you want about yourself, your niche, this program, anything you want, you can ask. Thank you, friends, for listening to me so patiently. Thank you.
Wow, that was a vast 1.5 hours of complete learning and knowledge. Definitely, I being a part of DMT batch 1, I have got hold of my niche. I am moving forward to going ahead and sharing my expertise to my people that require me. Now is your turn. As Arunji requested, I have gone ahead and posted the Calendly link for all of you on the chat box. Quickly go ahead and click on that link. Look for your schedule, the one that fits you and your time and date. Book a call with Arunji for a one-on-one. Now, this call will get you cleared with all the questions that you had in your mind right up till now, till you were with Arunji doing the learning in the last 1.5 hours. Not only that, but it would also allow you to understand in which stream you need to go forward and how you can go ahead and actually set up some new ideas for an alternate source of earning. Now, while I say this has been a very, very beneficial part of our webinar for our participants who have attended it before this presentation. They all have gone ahead and taken the opportunity to fix up a Zoom one-on-one call with Arunji. They were there with him. They were able to have a good conversation, clear all their doubts, and understand better ways to open up a new stream of earnings for them, in addition to whatever they were doing. It was so effective that we really had a very good response. And with that, they were also able to then make their decision whether they want to be a part of the DDMT Diploma D Master Batch 2. Now, while you all go ahead and fill up the form, the Calendly link, and take your appointment with Arunji, I would like to now go ahead and share a testimonial with you from one of the students of our batch 1. I would like to go ahead and play the video of Miss Pooja Bakshi. But before I play that video, I would like to let you all know who Pooja Bakshi is. She is a seasoned business strategist and an organizational development consultant. 20 plus years of experience in managing the operations of manufacturing in the MSME sector as the CEO. Established 3 manufacturing units for production, implemented systems and processes for a team of 550 plus people, implemented transformational organization development projects, growth and scale up consultant for MSME business owners. Let's go and hear what Pooja has to say about her experience of her DDMT Bachelor.
Hi, my name is Pooja Bakshi. I'm a management consultant and trainer for MSMEs in manufacturing segment. I have a rich experience of 20 plus years of managing operations in the manufacturing segment in India and working with family-owned businesses from Germany and US. In the January 2021, an acquaintance of mine sent me a link to attend a webinar on leadership being conducted by Mr. Arun Subramanian. It was an opportunity I am glad that I took up. I was completely engrossed from the moment he started. I was constantly comparing it to my own work experience and my business school experience. I was blown away with his presentation style, the depth of the knowledge, and the relevance of the content, and most importantly, the insights that he generated. Let me tell you, it is not easy for me to be awestruck, but I was. I decided there and then that I will attend all of his upcoming programs. When Mr. Arun announced the launch of Diplomacy Master Trainer program, I immediately registered. My experience in the program has been on multiple levels. At the intellectual level, the concepts of cognitive science, the power of languaging, the nudge theory and its application, the cognitive techniques to address the human mind are some of the powerful sections that impacted me. The other aspects that made an impact is the cohort itself. It is a rare mix of expertise and experience from varied fields with IoT experts, champions of TQM, turnaround consultants, technocrats, learning and development professionals who bring with them a huge repository of learning and experience that is exchanged during the participation in the program. We are constantly striving for excellence to reach higher goals under the mentorship of Mr. Arun. This is also a personal journey of self-discovery. The benchmark is set by him in how he's committed to deliver value to each of us. He gives his undivided attention and time to share his knowledge, expertise, his C-suite insights on what it takes to make things work and get noticed. His mentorship is the hidden treasure you discover in the program. Today, you need to make that most important connect by standing out and reaching your message to your target customer without getting lost in a crowded digital space.
Yes, you raise your hand, Mr. Raju Tomar. Can you unmute yourself? Unmute कीजिए, please unmute yourself. You're muted.
Sir, you are muted. We can't hear what you're saying.
Doing. Again, this is, I think you are muting from you and now it's clear.
Yeah.
Are you able to hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, please.
Okay. All through that 1.5 hours, I listened to you so very carefully. I couldn't just blink my eyes even. It was so interesting. Now I am thinking that what Madam Taslima is saying, she is very important to hear, that I should hear her. But what I am finding that is not up to that standard what I have been hearing from you. So it will be better if I keep hearing you or I keep some notes on that. Because that particular impact, what was in my mind, through your voice, through your words, through your practical experiences and the guide what you are providing me. I'm not getting from anybody else now. So it's straight to you, sir. Again, if can I get something material through which I could connect the program?
Okay. See, that's why I said you first click on the Calendly link and take an appointment. Fix whenever it is convenient for you. You fix a date. We will discuss what is to be done, and I will definitely
nice.
help you. Up,
So nice.
up, click कीजिए. Number one. Second thing is, I will tell you one thing. Be it Tasneem or Pooja or Mr. Rajendra Sapre or anybody who has done the diploma program, they are better than me in their own field. Let us not forget that. You see, you can't compare apples and oranges.
I'm happy in one way.
If you do that, you see, if you do the program, you will also become better than me in your own way. देखिए, भगवान दो अरुण सुब्रमण्यम नहीं बनाना चाहते थे, एक ही बनाए हैं. वैसे ही एक ही तस्नीम बनाए हैं और एक ही राज तोमर बनाए हैं.
I am very happy, sir.
दो कभी नहीं बनाएंगे. अरे बनाना ही होता तो.
I am very happy to draw your attention that particular point. I am happy that I could leave an impact. My purpose was not to implement any charges. No, not at all. But
I
the
understand.
beautiful thing is that I could draw your kind attention. Okay, sir. I'll be touching on that particular link. That link
अभी
is
आप appointment लीजिए, then we will discuss.
Okay.
Whatever you want to discuss, we will discuss.
So thank you. Link तो अभी WhatsApp पर रहेगा ना?
नहीं WhatsApp पे नहीं रहेगा, because we will not put it, otherwise anyone and everyone will. अभी आप क्लिक करके कर लीजिए ना.
अभी
2 सेकंड में नहीं लगेगा.
I am not finding it actually.
Tasneem,
if Madam Tasneem can send the link again.
Yes, I'll do that, sir.
So
Sending
nice.
it right away.
देखिए अभी मैंने जॉब दिया है, for everyone में दिया है.
Got it now. Touch it.
आप उसमें क्लिक करके हट ले. हरीश जी, will you unmute yourself? Mr. हरीश वालिया. नमस्कार.
नमस्कार सर. नमस्कार.
जवाब मिला?
कुछ हद तक मिला है सर.
यहाँ तो कुछ हद तक ही देंगे, बाकी तो हम क्लास में देंगे.
मैं समझ सकता हूँ.
अब इसको कैसे करना है, देखिए हरीश जी, हम लोग कहते हैं मटके भर चावल के लिए एक दाना काफी होता है. अब एक दाना निचोड़ के देख लो, चावल पक गया है कि नहीं पता चल जाएगा. अब बाकी तो वहां मिलेगा. हम तो पूरा एकदम, हमने कहा ना आपसे कि हमने हाथ पकड़ लिया तो समझ लीजिए पकड़ लिया. उसके बाद छोड़ने की तो कोई गुंजाइश है नहीं. आपने पूछा था मुझसे, और अब आपको समझ में आ गया होगा कि ये किस चिड़िया का नाम है. See, it is a highly misunderstood thing. और लोग जो जी में आता है बोल देते हैं.
लोगों पर कमिट करते हैं सर, 5 मिनट में नहीं इसलिए करेंगे वहां.
हाँ कि ये 5 मिनट में इसको तय कर लें बस. मैंने तो आपको बता भी दिया कि कहाँ क्या क्या निचोड़ है. बट एक चीज है हरीश जी, हर किसी के अंदर, हम लोग कहते हैं ना कि वी आर ऑल इक्वल. Yes, we are equal, because each one of us has got a huge amount of knowledge within us. Huge amount of knowledge within us and huge amount of experience. The question is, सर जी, हरीश जी, ये तो आपको मुझसे अकेले में बात करना पड़ेगा.
ये क्या है कि प्रसाद हर एक के लिए अलग अलग चार्ज है क्या?
नहीं, किसी के लिए अलग अलग चार्ज नहीं है. हाँ, मैं चाहता हूं कि आप पहले समझें कि इसमें आपके लिए क्या है. समझ रहे मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं?
समझ गया सर, बहुत समझ.
जब आप फिर से लिंक कर लीजिए ना, अपॉइंटमेंट बैठेंगे फिर से. हाँ, आप फिर से अपॉइंटमेंट कर लीजिए, कल का कर लीजिए, बैठते हैं, बात कर लेंगे। देखिए, चार्ज किसी का भी अलग नहीं है, सभी के लिए एक ही चार्ज है। क्या है चार्ज? उनको इंटरनेशनल मास्टर ट्रेनर बनना है, यही चार्ज है।
I was just about to say, अरुण जी प्लीज चार्ज मत बोलिएगा, वो सीक्रेट है हमारा, हम बाद में ही बताएंगे उनको।
मैंने भी चार्ज नहीं बोला, मैंने भी फी बोला है।
नहीं, फी भी नहीं, फी मास्टर ट्रेनर है, मास्टर ट्रेनर बनना है, दैट इज योर फीस।
हरीश जी, आप कैलेंडर लिंक में क्लिक करके अपॉइंटमेंट ले लीजिए, बैठते हैं, फिर हम लोग बात करेंगे।
डन कर दिया सर।
ओके, we will definitely ensure that it will be beneficial to everybody.
Arun sir, do we need to play our
No, not necessary.
second video?
Not necessary.
Okay. Okay ji.
Acha, who is this Galaxy Tab A?
First, we need to find out, only if I could get some technology which would tell me whether it is a male or a female, to find out
There
behind
are
the
two
screen.
people Galaxy Tab A. It will be very nice if you would kindly let us know who you are, so that we will feel obliged for your presence here.
ये
हरीश जी कर लिया?
हाँ सर, मैं तो कर चुका हूँ।
एक सर वो अशोक शर्मा जी भी थे ना, तो वो आज दिख नहीं रहे। अशोक शर्मा जी,
पता नहीं जी। आपने कैलेंडर बुक कर लिया है? हरीश जी आया नहीं है मेरे पास, चेक कीजिए। टुमारो 12 to 12:30।
He's done it, Arun ji. 12
Okay.
to 12:30.
ओके, मेरे पास आया नहीं है।
It's done. It's done.
मुझे मेल भी आ गया।
अच्छा, वेरी गुड, ठीक है।
It's
ठीक है।
done. Prakash ji, since you are there on the platform, why don't you open your video and talk?
Prakash ji is a very, very good friend of mine. He is always present.
He's in his night suit.
नहीं ठीक है, नाइट है तो नाइट सूट में है, गलती की क्या है इसमें?
Unmute yourself,
Namaskar,
Prakash ji,
namaskar.
and let's speak.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir ji. Arun sir ji.
Good evening.
Thank you so much, sir.
गुड इवनिंग प्रकाश जी।
Good evening, sir ji. माथुर जी।
नमस्कार।
बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है।
बढ़िया।
Okay, then can we close the session for today?
Yes, Arun ji. I think if there are no more
I
questions,
think one
we can do
gentleman,
that.
Galaxy Tab A, has raised the hand. Yes, can you please
Okay.
ask the question, please? Yes, who is it? Galaxy Tab A, you have raised your hand.
Hello,
Yes.
am
can
I
you- can you-
audible?
Yes, you are audible. Can you
myself-
unmute the video, please?
1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Myself Sanjay Kumar Singh. I
Sanjay
have
Kumar
already,
Singh.
yeah. I am from Chhattisgarh,
Yeah.
Bilaspur. I have already filled up the calendar on the previous occasion.
Yeah. I know. You have already filled up the calendar.
That why.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
No issue.
Okay,
We will discuss when we meet.
okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks. Good night, sir.
Good night.
All the other members are from DDMT1. I think we know you all. Do you all want to get a one-on-one appointment with Arunji? You all can also go and book up your Calendly account.
We can directly call, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. that is the uphand you have, right? After being the student of DDMT1.
Yes, it's always available for us. We don't
Very good.
take appointment.
Oh my God. That's great.
Yeah,
Okay,
we have
then, good night,
full
folks.
access to Arunji.
Yes. We all can say a good night.
Yes,
Take care.
good night.
See you all soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Harish ji. कल मिलते हैं 12 बजे.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.